killed a bug.
What am I supposed to say?
Ew.
Oh, ew.
Good morning. So much has been changing. I know you guys know I just graduated college in May. I moved home with my parents and then I moved back to Austin with my boyfriend, which is a big change. And I also have a new job. So I feel like one of maybe the biggest changes is my job. If anyone saw my work week, work day in my life, something like that I made over the summer, I had a different job at the time that I also really liked. But now, I am a YouTube editor, which is something I have always wanted to do. That's a lie, not always. But senior year of college is definitely what I wanted to do, and it's very cool now to say that I'm actually doing it. The first YouTuber I started editing for in like September was Justin. This is his channel. So if you watch any of his recent videos, that's me. And then I also just recently started editing for Gia Goodrich. She's very awesome, very cool. It's definitely been weird navigating working at home and working for yourself because I'm freelance technically. Some days I'll have nothing to do and I just have like a whole 5-day weekend basically, and then other days I'm just editing till like midnight. I feel like I'm at a place in my life right now where I really like the kind of crazy no schedule of freelance work. So it's definitely been interesting, but I do really love it. Like, this is like my dream career and it's very cool that I'm already able to start doing it. I mean, of course, I still have future goals of I want to add on some more clients, and there's like certain YouTubers I would love and die to work with, but I feel like I'm at a very good place for having just graduated less than a year ago. I saw this tweet the other day. This is gonna be really cheesy, but let me find it. Okay, it said, I feel like I'm constantly worrying about the next part of my life without realizing that I'm right in the middle of what I used to look forward to. Ever since I quit my 9-to-5 and started editing full-time, I've honestly been low-key, like, kind of really stressed. Again, this is so cheesy, but once I saw that tweet, I feel like it kind of made me realize, like, this is exactly what I was wanting to do, like, 6 months ago, and now I'm doing it. Like, that's so cool. Like, that's really cool. I feel like that's like a good reminder, like every month or few months or year or something, to like look at what you have currently and how that was something you didn't have and you always wanted that. It made me think about like, if I could have a conversation with like 18-year-old me, I feel like 18-year-old me would be so pumped about my life right now. My life is not like peaches and roses 24/7, but I don't know, it's kind of cool to think about like how 18-year-old me would react to me like describing my current life or our current life, because 18-year-old me is also me. This is getting really meta and deep for no reason. It just makes you think, you know? Okay, I finished my makeup. I want to go get dressed. Also, working at home and with COVID where I don't really hang out with people that much, I have literally been in my pajamas for 2 weeks straight. I wish I was kidding. So I'm gonna get dressed today because I'm filming and I feel like I need to be presentable, but also it just needs to happen. What? I'm talking to the camera.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thanks. So, why am I sitting here and not at my desk, you might ask? I don't know why, I just like cannot work at desks. I can't just like sit in one place, like in a straight back chair like this for like 8 hours, like that. It just drives me crazy. And so I like to move around the apartment all day while I edit. So yeah, we're starting off our morning and my favorite spot in the whole apartment, this chair. Another thing I cannot function without is hourly schedules.
I always make my hourly schedules the night before, normally just on a random piece of paper, and we've already done 2 of the items on our schedule, so let's get to the 3rd. Okay, we're literally out of like everything in our fridge right now. We really desperately need to go grocery shopping. Normally we're out here eating like salmon, pork chops, orange chicken, you know, all that good stuff for lunch. But we do have a smoothie that we're making, so that's healthy, right? Also, sparkling water in your smoothie is so good. Pro tip. Anyway, my boyfriend is having eggs, rice, and veggies, very hodgepodge. And I'm having leftover In-N-Out. So not the healthiest, best lunch, but you'll have to take my word that we normally eat pretty good in this household.
You guys, okay, so what am I doing here? I should be working, but instead we're shopping. Maybe. There's this website, Instagram, I don't know, I found them by Instagram called Sororite, called Vintage, and they have the coolest clothes, and it's one of those shops that's like really expensive because they're like one of a kind vintage. They're about to drop their Valentine's clothes, and I have been looking at their Instagram stories every day, and I really want something. Seems like everything's in the like $80 to like $300 range. This is a bad idea. Okay, let's shop, maybe. It's one. Oh, the prices are worse than I thought. I really like this one, and it's almost $400. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Alright, well, back to work. Gotta earn that money so one day I can buy something from this website. It's incredible. I love it so much. Okay, bye.
Okay, now that that tragic shopping experience is out of the way, it is time to get back to work and do more editing.
I got a new bullet journal. If you saw my last video of my 2020 bullet journal walkthrough, then you know it is January 27th, and I have not started my 2021 bullet journal, so it's time to play catch up these last few days of January. Woo! Exciting! Okay, so I'm going on a run, and let me just start by saying I have literally never worked out in my entire life. Okay, well that's kind of a lie. I've had like small stints where I'll work out for like a few weeks, maybe a month, and then I always give up. I don't know, I've just never enjoyed working out. Everyone says it like benefits their mental health, it makes them stronger, and I don't know if I've just been doing the wrong workouts, but I always just do it because I feel like I'm supposed to work out to be healthy, but I've never actually enjoyed it until now. Having a full-time job where I work at home and sit on the couch and work for 8 hours a week. Plus with quarantine, after I'm done working, I have literally nowhere to go. So now I love afternoons where I go on like a walk or a run because it is literally the only time that I go outside or get any kind of exercise. In college, I used to walk everywhere. Like I probably walked like 2.5 hours a day, to be honest. I walked to my job, I walked to all my classes, I walked to the grocery store, to restaurants. Me and friends would go out places and we would walk there. So it's weird coming from a place where you walk everywhere, you're always with people, you're always going places for 4 years, to now, post-grad, full-time job, and quarantine, that's just like all gone. That is all a long way of saying I now love working out.
And now on to my stretch routine, which I will link in the description below. You know how I said I kind of hate working out? Well, one thing I found to like oddly motivate me is to pick a random, just like fun goal. So my goal is to get my splits in the next like 6 months. And yes, I know that sounds completely random because it is. There's absolutely no reason why, other than the fact it just kind of sounded fun to be able to do the splits. There's really no explanation, but it's my current 6-month goal. Okay, moving on. Getting a Costco card was one thing I did that made me just really feel like I'm finally an adult. Oh my god, another thing I've been doing recently is like drinking casually. Like I feel like in college you only drink at parties to like feel something, but now I'll just like mix a little Marg mix into my smoothie or have a glass of wine with dinner, and it just really makes me feel like my parents. And I don't know if it's bad or good, it makes me feel really adult-like. That probably sounds stupid. Okay, anyway.
I just started doing a skincare routine. I have a serum, a moisturizer, and this like anti-wrinkle eye cream because I'm literally already getting wrinkles, only 22. It's fine, I'm not stressed about it at all. Anyway, I thought we'd chat in this like room that has really cool lights. I never sit in here. This is like Danny's office. I'm hoping to do a full apartment tour really soon, and then you can see the whole room because it's decorated very cool. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to wind down and talk about some post-grad thoughts because it's honestly what I've been thinking about a lot recently. I feel like slowly as I get more and more responsibilities in my life, like one day I want to be married, have a house, have kids, be settled down. And there's all these things I want to do before then. Like I want to live in another country, I want to live in a few other states, I want to be like well into my career, I want to have a ton of time for YouTube to be like one of my main focuses in life. And sometimes I feel like I'm like this clock that's like ticking and I'm gonna like expire when I'm 30. Like when I'm 30 I'll have the house, the kids and everything, and I have to do all these things before then. It doesn't help that on social media we see people like Kylie Jenner has like $1 billion makeup business and all these like really successful people that are literally my age, to where I just feel like I'm in this big rush to like achieve all these things. So I feel like that like 80% of the time, and then the other 20% of the time I feel like I'm still just like a little child. Like I'm only 22, like I still am a baby and I have so much time. Like sometimes I feel incredibly young. Like I could literally just like live in my parents' house and like work in McDonald's for 5 years and I'd only be 27. Like that's not even that late to start a whole career. I have these like very two conflicting like thought processes that I'm like always fighting between. Like, do I have infinite time because I'm so young, or am I like running out of time because one day I won't be able to just like pick up and move whenever because I'll have like things tying me down to a place. And it's also kind of weird because I feel like growing up, my whole life is planned for me. Like you have elementary school, middle school, high school, college, like you have this like exact track and you like never think about, at least for me, I never really thought much about like my own dreams and what I wanted besides like my major or something was like kind of the extent of it. And now that I'm graduated, it's weird to think that like I can do anything, like anything. I mean, within reason, like I have a lease, but once my lease is up, I could just move to Paris. I can move to Hawaii. Like that takes money and you have to have a job. Like there's some other strings attached, but for the most part, like if you want to do something, you can make it happen. Like tomorrow I could just quit video editing and like work at a floral shop or something. I don't know. Sometimes I think that's like so cool. Like I can do anything. If something excites me, I can just do it. And then I just get like really overwhelmed. Like when am I gonna move to Paris? When am I gonna live in this state? When am I gonna try this other career I'm also interested in? And then sometimes I tell people these things like I'm telling you guys, and there's no like end to it. Like there's no conclusion or like final thoughts. Like my head just like spins continuously thinking about the future in an excited and overwhelmed and stressed and freeing way all at the same time. And yeah, that's kind of like the final thoughts I had for this really post-grad intro to adulting day in my life. Awkward thumbs up hands when I've run out of ways to organize all the thoughts in my brain. I'm gonna end this video, but let me know if you guys liked this video. I haven't done like a vlog or like a little chit-chat catch-up kind of video in a long time, and a lot has been changing in my life, so I feel like this was the perfect time to make a video like this. I will see you guys next week. Bye!